What's up, digital marketing agency owners? On this video, I want to share some strategies you can put in place to help your clients convert more of the leads that you generate for them. So if you're struggling where the clients are getting leads, but they say, you know, these leads don't convert, these leads are no good, you're going to want to watch this video. So here's the deal. As digital marketing agencies, our main function is to do what? It's to generate leads and sales for our clients. And so some of us consider ourselves SEO experts. Others consider ourselves media buyers, really good with Facebook ads or with Google ads. Others maybe like we're really good with funnels. But at the end of the day, what you're paid for as an agency isn't the tech. It isn't like getting the website ranked or running better Google ads. It's generating leads and sales for your clients that actually convert into revenue, right? And so I really want you to think about your responsibility as the agency owner isn't just to do the thing. It isn't even just to generate leads. It's to make them more money. And if you can shift your agency to the place where you're in the business of taking $1 and generating $6, $7, or even $10 in return, you become indispensable. You become the agency that they're never gonna quit, and they're gonna say good things about you, and it's gonna be wonderful. And so how do we do that? How do we shift from just being a lead generation service provider or just an SEO company to somebody that actually generates book jobs, that generates new patients, that generates new sales? Here's what I found, right? And this is our evolution at Plumbing and HVAC SEO. We started as an SEO company, and then we added Google ads, and then we added retargeting and email marketing and marketing automation, and we started adding all of these things and trying to generate more leads for our clients. Well, what we realized is usually leads isn't the main problem, right? There's always ways to get more leads for the clients, whether it's SEO or Google ads or plugging them into Thumbtack or helping them with their branding. There's usually opportunity to generate leads, but where they don't get a return on investment, where they're saying, you know what, I'm spending money, but I'm not converting, I'm not actually seeing more revenue, typically it's because they're failing to convert. And I want to hear this in the comments. Let me know in the comments, yes, if you wind up in situations where you know you generate plenty of leads for the clients, but they're telling you they're bad leads, they didn't convert. Yes? Let's hear the yeses in the comments. I know this was our experience in our agency. And so really have to decide whether you're just gonna say, hey, look, and I did my part and it is what it is, or whether you're gonna see that problem and really elevate your game and figure out how to solve that for them. Here's what we find, like as we look at our clients, we've got several hundred clients in the plumbing and HVAC space, generating hundreds and hundreds of leads every single month on a client-by-client basis, literally tens of thousands of leads per month. When it comes to the web forms on the websites for our clients, like 90% of their web forms fail to convert because the lead goes to the lady in the office or the dispatcher in the office, and she's going to get back to that lead whenever she gets a chance. And that usually is never, right? And so there's very little follow-up on the leads that come through, like let's say web forms on the site or even like Facebook lead ads and things like that if you do that type of thing. The other thing we found was that like 50 or 60% of the inbound leads that we generate don't convert. Like the person called in, they were interested in the service, and either they didn't answer, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate, or they answered and they just didn't give them the answer that they needed. They said, okay, we'll get back with you. If you study your clients' leads, and I suggest you do this, like submit a form on their site and see what happens. See how long it takes to get a call back. See how long it takes to get any kind of communication from the client. That will indicate a lot about whether those leads are going to win or not. And then, call into the office and play customer. See if they answer the phone. See if they've got a professional answer on the other side. And as we studied this, we identified that really the big opportunity and the big challenge that most of our clients were dealing with, and we're not dealing with one-man operators. Like even in a more sophisticated business, our clients usually do $1 million to $10 million per year. They've got 5 to 6 trucks in the field. They run sophisticated operations. They just don't necessarily have their conversion, the sales team that answers the phone focused on converting leads into sales. That's not their main focus. What we found is that leads that don't get followed up within 15 minutes or less go cold. And there's lots of great studies. There's a recent study by Harvard that proved this out. It's more like 2 minutes or less is your window of time to follow up on a lead. And so if you're sending leads to your clients and they're not following up quickly, 15 minutes or less, you're going to have a problem. Like, they're going to start to complain. They're going to start to say, hey man, these leads don't work. We're not able to convert them. They weren't really that interested. The other thing that we found is that the average customer that doesn't say yes on the initial call, the average customer that doesn't get communicated with, needs to be followed up with at least 5 to 7 times before they convert. In our world, that's booking an appointment. In your world, it might be coming in for a sales strategy session. Who knows? Think about what it is in your particular niche. And the other really important trend is that your customers today, your customers' customers, prefer to engage via text message versus the phone. And so if you're trying to drive all of your conversion for your clients through the phone call, you're going to be leaving money on the table for your client base. And really the solve for this, and what we found, is leveraging automation. You can solve a lot of these problems for your clients. And exactly the way I presented that to you is exactly the way you would want to present it to your client. You'd want to show them, look, leads are coming in, but you're not following up with them quickly enough. Do you have someone that's going to follow up in 5 minutes or less on the phone? Do you have somebody that's going to send emails and communicate at least 5 to 7 times? And when they say no, they don't, and they recognize they're spending a certain amount of money, they will absolutely recognize that marketing automation could be the solution. And so I'm a big fan of Go High Level. You've heard me talk about it. I've actually got another video you can check out that talks all about why high level for digital marketing agencies. But the number one reason we wanted to roll out high level for our client base was to implement automation. And the number one automation that I'm going to suggest you plug in and that we plugged in for all of our clients is what we call smart forms. And really all it is leveraging automation on the back end of forms that are submitted on your client website, making sure that every time a form gets submitted, there's an immediate call. And we can use automation through that. I'll explain it here in a second. The other thing is we want to make sure that within minutes of the form being submitted, a text message goes to the customer saying, hey, you just submitted a form on our site. How can we help? Right? And then we also want to make sure that there's some automation that continues to touch those prospects until they say, yes, let's book it, until they ask a question, or until they say, no, I've already resolved this issue. What we found was in putting this in place for our clients, we were able to help them convert significantly more of the leads we generated into sales. And by doing that, we became much more valuable as a service provider to our clients. They were willing to stay with us longer. They were willing to pay more. They saw perceived value in our services that they didn't before. And so this is a big opportunity for you if you're not already doing this. And you can take this to the nth degree. I'll load this visual somewhere where you guys can check it out, but it will also help me kind of explain the current flow. Right? Somebody comes to the website, they either get to a landing page or they get to the website itself, and then they either call in, they start a chat, or they fill in a form. What you want to do is have the automation in place where through your smart form, it automatically calls the office and they can press 1 to be connected to the lead. This is all built into high level. And then if they don't answer, it sends a text message. Hey, we saw that you were reaching out to us. How can we help? And what we're trying to do is start conversations. And the critical lesson that we learned in this process is you don't want to automate the whole thing. You need to get your client on your side to understand when somebody replies to that text message or when somebody answers that phone, the office needs to know that they've got to take that ball and run with it. They need to continue the conversation in the system, or they need to have that conversation on the phone, or you need to roll out a concierge type service where you do that for them, like where you literally have people that are carrying those conversations forward, having those calls and booking the appointments in the sales. And there's a whole nother opportunity layer that you can go through down that track. But at a minimum, what all you guys should be doing as agency owners is turning the web forms on your website that is typically where leads go to die, putting some automation behind it so that there's follow through and follow up so that your clients can generate more leads and more sales. And so, again, I really believe high level is the best platform to do this because as you generate opt-ins, as you generate sales, as you have more and more clients, you can create a great snapshot. You're paying one master account fee to use high level, and then you can put as many sub-accounts as you need for each additional client that you get. I would highly recommend you check it out by going to sevenfigureagency.com/high-level. Also, if you want, in the link, say high-level in comments, I'll point you to a video that I explain exactly what we do with high-level to generate quick wins for our clients and how we use it in our agency. So hopefully this has been helpful. I didn't want this to be just a presentation on high level. I wanted to give you some good insights on what you can do to generate better conversion for the leads you generate for your clients. And by so doing, you're going to generate better retention, better results, more referrals, and more stickiness in your niche. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Can you implement conversion automation for your clients? If you got value from this video, hit the like button. Be sure that you hit the subscribe button so you can watch other videos just like this. And I look forward to talking with you soon.